Wagwan me people, quick thing before we kick off. The views where you hear upon the Father to Father podcast, them strictly for why, the hosts, guests and contributors. Them now represent Catholic Notebook, Spirit Stream Studios, the Diocese, University, or any affiliated groups. You see me? And remember, this podcast are strictly for adult ears, so listen up with discretion.
Me. When we get 100,000, we're gonna make this deal. Hey man, how's it going?
Pretty good. I was gonna say, like, if we ever hit 100,000 streams, which we will, but when that does happen, I'll make a big deal about it.
Well, I've always debated because I'm like 100,000 streams is different from 100,000 downloads.
Yes,
and I kind of want to wait till 100,000 downloads. Because 100,000 downloads means 100,000 people click download and has it on their phone.
That's true.
I kind of want that.
Oh no, I for sure want that. But also, it's like I'm taking the little victories as I go.
Since when? Because every time I try to give you a little victory, you're like, man, it is what it is. We ain't doing
Well,
something.
that keeps me grounded.
It keeps you grounded.
Yes.
Grounded like what?
Grounded like I need to go ahead and understand that I'm a clog in this machine. But also, I don't want to. It's a personal thing for me because I don't want to get a big head.
Yeah,
that's all that it is. Yeah. I don't want to get a big head.
You know what's wild though? When you open up your phone,
and
then you scroll down, and then you look at the review on Spotify or anything else, and you go to 5 stars, your head actually becomes smaller.
You know what?
And as you type in, like, we like these guys, it grows a little bit bigger because the review disappears and it says, thank you for your feedback. And then our picture comes back up again. And that's what you should be doing. Welcome to the show, everybody. I'm Dr. Giovanni. And he's Father Greg Lambert. He's my right hand, my main man. And we're back. We are back, everyone.
Just yelling into the mic. Goodness gracious. Yeah, we're back.
You ready to get started?
Always. Like and subscribe.
Wait, hear me out?
Yeah.
Let's hear me out. We already know what it is. 5 stars. You did nothing wrong. 1 star. Confession on Thursdays. And if your place is doing confession on Thursdays, let us know. CaptainOrber.org/follow the father. CaptainOrber.org/F2F. So, hear me out. I'm dating my fiance's dad for closure. I'm sorry. I'm just reading it.
Goodness.
Ladies and gentlemen, listen, every time I read these things, Father Greg looks at me like, you're doing this? Like, no, I'm reading it. Stop judging me.
All right. Here we go.
Okay. Hi, my name is Chloe. And okay, Father Greg, Dr. Gio, please don't freak out before you get to the end because context really matters here.
I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. What's up?
I listen to this show all the time, and I know how both of you are. Father Greg, gentle, understanding.
Dude, did you put kiss her teeth in there?
Whatever. Dr. Gio, a little judgy, and somehow right. Okay, fine.
You skip right past judgy. You said, oh, but I'm right, though.
But I'm right. Okay. So I'm just asking for grace while I explain this one because I promise it's not as bad as it sounds. So Ryan and I were engaged. We'd been together for 2 years planning our wedding, and honestly, it was perfect. He was thoughtful, family-oriented, had that first to arrive, last to leave kind of work ethic. Just the best person I've ever known in my life. Then last spring, everything changed. He was driving his great aunt from her doctor's appointment when a semi ran a red light.
Oh.
Total freak accident. She died instantly. Ryan was airlifted to the hospital. The whole thing was chaotic mess. Sirens, calls, crying, casseroles, you name it. We had funeral because the family thought it's what we needed for closure. And honestly, it felt like the right thing to do. The week after, everything was just quiet. I didn't know what to do with myself. I didn't even know what to think. Then that's when Mark, Ryan's dad, stepped in. He checked on me constantly, made sure I was eating, helped me with the bills I couldn't handle, and helped fix things around my apartment. He was kind, familiar, safe. He reminded me a lot of Ryan. Same eyes, same soft-spoken way of making me feel everything was going to be okay. One night, after a long talk and maybe a little bit too much wine, we kissed. I know, Father Greg, I know, but it wasn't planned. It just happened. Let me breathe, Father Greg. It just happened.
I'm letting her go. I'm listening.
I'm just reading it as it says it's written.
It's a safe space.
It is. And it just kept happening. We got closer. We started seeing each other quietly. No one suspected anything. I think everyone just thought we were grieving together, which we were. It helped us both.
Right.
Then I found out I was pregnant. And weirdly, it felt right. That's rough. Like, something good finally came out of all the sadness. Everyone had been so supportive, seeing how beautiful it was that Ryan lives on through the baby.
Wow.
People say Mark's been such a good rock, such a wonderful father figure to me. And I don't correct them because technically they're not wrong. Okay, fellas, there is the teeny, tiny part.
Oh, man.
I probably should have mentioned earlier. Ryan didn't actually die. He survived the crash. He's been in a vegetative state since the accident. The great aunt was the one who passed. That's the one we had the funeral for. I know it sounds bad, but Mark and I didn't plan any of this. It just evolved. Everyone is healing, Father Greg. Everyone's happy. The baby's healthy. And everyone thinks it's Ryan's.
How?
That's the story that hurts less for everyone involved. So, Dr. Gio, and maybe not you, Father Greg, because I can already hear your sighing.
She is a super fan. I appreciate that.
Is it really wrong if no one's getting hurt? But hear me out. I'm dating my fiance's dad for closure. You need a recap?
Yeah, I think everyone does. I need another drink.
Dog, as I'm reading this, I'm moving the mic away because I'm just like, oh, no. No. I'm like, this is so heartwarming. Please. Because I know how the show is. I know how our fans are. They always hide the lead. They never tell us the truth from the beginning. They never tell us the truth.
Nope. It was hidden the whole way. I was really invested. Like, this is a beautiful story. I mean, it's problematic. It's beautiful until the twist at the end.
Knife twist.
I gave her so much grace.
She's like, yo, also, he's not dead. He's just in a vegetative state.
Nani?
Yo.
Wait, so just for my clarification, they weren't married.
They're fiance.
Okay, so they never got an opportunity to be married.
Nope.
Okay. That makes things canonically different. That's fine.
Yeah. So here's what's going on. They're not married. She says he's wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful dude.
Sounds like it.
Then accident. Freak accident. Semi hits. aunt dies instantly. He gets airlifted.
Yeah.
They have funerals. The way she wrote it made it sound like funerals for everybody, but it was only funeral for the aunt.
But the way she wrote it was, we had a funeral because we felt like that's what we should do. And I was like, what do we should do? What do we should do? And I clocked it, and I went ahead and let it go because I wanted to give her grace because that's what she wanted. Yeah. I'm like, yo, let me not judge you. Fine, cool. I won't actively listen to the little things that set off red flags.
Yeah, this is like red flag number one. We should do. So they had the funeral. Everything was Gucci. Then she's like, I don't know what to do.
Right.
Dad steps in, starts paying bills. They have too much to drink one night. One thing leads to another.
Right.
Boom. Then they do it again. Then they're in a full-blown relationship.
Correct.
It's like, all right, whatever. Like, in all actuality, at this point, it's like, I don't know, like, at this point of the story, we're like, we don't know what's going on. We thought Ryan was dead.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're developing a relationship with dad. All right.
Okay.
Then you're like, I'm pregnant.
And I'm guessing there is no mom.
There's no mom. There's no mom involved.
Allegedly.
She didn't mention that.
Yeah, she didn't mention it. So
And
there's
everybody
no mom.
around them is not acting like this is a big old scandal.
Exactly.
So clearly mom's not in the picture.
Of course.
Also, it makes it a little bit weirder knowing that the end of the story when she's sitting there going like, hey, yo, you just remind me so much of him. I'm like, but he's not dead.
Yeah.
But he's his dad. Like, of course he's going to be so much of him. That's where he came from. Like, what?
Like, also, dating your fiance's dad doesn't give you closure about your fiance being in a vegetative state. That's not where you get closure from.
I don't know. So she does all that. She gets pregnant. Everybody's like, it's so wonderful that the baby gets to live. Ryan gets to live on through the baby.
But Ryan's still alive.
Well, but I can see people saying that if he's in a vegetative state.
Yeah, because we don't know if he's going to wake up.
Yeah.
Or we might pull the plug on him.
Or we might pull the plug on him.
Yes.
And then it is what it is.
Correct.
So now he's in a vegetative state. So it's like, it is what it is. Oh, but Ryan gets to live through the baby. So that means that she's pregnant. Like, her pregnancy is believable enough that people believe that it happened before all of this.
And it's more devastating now that the baby's going to be born and like, yo, he's never going to meet like his dad the way that he used to be.
Right. But he'll meet his grandfather who will be a dad for him.
Oh, that's sinister. Yo.
And then she sits there at the end. Like, what gets me at the end, probably my favorite ending out of all of this was, so Dr. Gio, and maybe not you, Father Greg, because I can already hear you sighing. Is it really bad if no one is getting hurt?
Oh, man.
You know she's a super fan, dog. Like the fact that
she is.
The fact she knows that you're already sighing and like, So Dr. Gio, and maybe not you, Father Greg, because I can already hear you sighing.
Well, she appealed to you, so do you want to go first?
I'll go first. Listen, here's the thing. In this type of situation, like, you have to make a choice on your fiance. Mm-hmm. Like, you need to decide with your fiance whether or not you're going to continue to keep him alive. If this is a vegetative state where the machine is keeping him alive and you're going to pull the plug, or if he's truly going to wake up eventually.
Correct.
And if it sounds like you're keeping him alive via machine. Mm-hmm. There may be a slim chance maybe that like he wakes up. In your mind, from a mental standpoint, in your mind, he's already dead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what it looks like.
He's already dead. So just make the decision in practicality.
Yeah.
And close that door completely.
Correct.
Because what you're doing right now is you're creating a zero-sum situation. And you're splitting yourself into two parts. Because now, not only are you not able to give yourself... It's, and I'm saying this without any type of malice. You're not able to give yourself to your partner that you have currently in any real way.
Yeah.
Because half of you is going to always be leaning towards the corpse that's still alive, that you're keeping alive. Mm-hmm. Because that's how you're viewing it. It's just basically, it's and you referred to it as a teeny tiny problem. Just a teeny tiny thing that I'm just going to throw out there. He's also not dead yet. He's in a vegetative state.
Yes.
That's not teeny.
It's huge.
That's massive.
That's the thing you're looking for closure from that's still alive.
So make a decision. I think you're going to already make the decision that we based on your writing, you've decided you're going to move on.
Yeah.
Which is fine. But make that decision in earnest. Because from a practical standpoint, the consequences of your decision making right now have placed you in a box.
Yes.
And if you don't make the next decision before something happens, you're going to now be placed in a box where 4 people's lives are irreconcilably changed.
And you're
rather than
like if Ryan wakes up.
Yeah, because I don't know the state of him.
Yeah, me either. I don't know.
So it could be a situation where, like, yeah, he potentially could wake up. If there's a 50-50 shot for him to wake up, and it's the coin flip and he wakes up, and it's a miracle that he wakes up, then what?
Yes.
What are you going to do? Because it's not as if your life that you're developing is going to be retrofitted back to him.
That's also true.
Because you're going to have to learn how to take care of him.
Yes.
And that's not the case.
Nope.
And so you're going to have to explain the baby, which is going to look like him.
Yeah.
But if he ever has any doubt, he's going to DNA test it. And it's like, why does this baby come up to be brother instead of son?
And also that is under the guise that he will be the same cognitively
that he was before.
Which is hard to say. If you got airlifted and you got hit by a Mack truck, man, there's going to be some kind of lingering effect. Anything's possible with God, but I've been in these hospital rooms.
Well, we have enough studies, just psychology studies for the last 60 years that have demonstrated traumatic injuries have caused reversals or complete changes of personalities to people. Whereas, like, so for example, there was one famous study where an individual had intense anger problems, always responding and were violent, like beating people to the point of death, had an iron rod lodged into the head.
Wow.
Survived. Iron rod removed. Was the most gentlest person ever. Complete flip. Because where the iron rod got jammed into the head changed the way the brain was wired. Eliminated certain synapses, killed certain parts of his brain, and then caused for the brain to be wired differently. So now that response to situations wasn't there. That impulsive response wasn't there anymore. And he lived a full life, but he was much more gentle.
Wow.
But you have to also keep in mind, people knew him up until that point.
Yes.
And they interacted with him afterwards. And so it was mentally jarring for people who, like, messed up and are so used to him blowing up and attacking, and they messed up and they're like, I'm sorry. And he goes, no, it's okay. That's fine. That's far more terrifying for people.
Like the last time I made this mistake, Joe punched me in my face and then came at me with a chair.
Yeah. And then it's like, no, it's fine. You made a mistake. We all make mistakes.
That's more terrifying. I don't know if it's going to, like, snap back. I don't know.
And then he helps you clean it up and then walks out. Like, it was so, like, they said people were more terrified of him afterwards than they were before.
Yeah, I can imagine. Because you don't know when it's going to be your number. It's like playing, like, Russian roulette. Yeah. Like, is this going to be the moment when the bullet's in the chamber? Yeah. And I don't know.
But that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. But, like, so that's what I'm saying, where, like, yeah, that consideration where, like, your personality would change, that's a real thing. We have so much documented history of, like, yeah, people have changed from traumatic injuries, like horrible traumatic injuries, where they come out of it and they're not the same person. It is very rare for you to be the same person.
Yeah.
Coming out of a traumatic injury. Like, that is, like, the grace of God that you are the same person. Because the default is, like, something's going to be different. Like, something will be different. Whether it's a detach of apathy or empathy, sorry, not apathy, of empathy, or you struggle with understanding human emotions, or you struggle with conveying thoughts, or your language is different. That's a big one. Language is a huge one. Where someone goes through a traumatic injury, and then this has happened. There's several documented cases where someone went through an injury, similar to this, hit, boom, injury, in a coma, 4 years, comes out of the coma, speaks Arabic, pure Arabic.
Wow.
Egyptian Arabic.
Golly.
Grew up in Ohio.
Oh.
Never left Ohio before, but was speaking Egyptian Arabic.
Golly, the brain is amazing. Jeez, bro.
Like, it's just stuff like that. Where you're sitting there going like, what? And this is where people get into this thing is like, yeah, you see, we're all living on the same strings, and like we go back to the pool of water, and the brain's just what? The human existence is all in a continuum, and it's in the brain and the waters, and like, it's like a ripple, and we are just one drop in the ripple, and the ripple just goes back into the pool, and that's why when we get traumatic, we just put a finger in the pool and pull out whatever we pull out. Maybe we'll be the same, maybe we'll be different.
Stop talking to social workers, dog. I don't understand.
But yeah, I give her a 2. After all that, I say all this to say I understand the mental process that she goes through. Mm-hmm. She is putting herself in a horrible way from a decision-making process, strictly just from the decisions that she's making. Mm-hmm. She's placing herself on the edge of the cliff. This is what we call brinkism.
Really?
It's called brinksmanship.
Okay.
This is what's called brinksmanship, where you have a set of rules, you have parameters, and you put yourself all the way to the edge of those parameters just to see what would happen to the system right before it breaks. So this is brinksmanship, mental brinksmanship. She's bringing herself to the edge of her mental capacity to handle the situation.
I see that a lot in today's society.
Yes, and people do it a lot. And they think it's okay. They're like, well, this is helping me to know where the boundaries are. And it's like, no, it's not.
I think it's forcing them to make a decision because they don't want to make a decision. So if we bring ourselves to the brink where we have to make a decision, it'll make me make a decision.
And the unfortunate reality is you don't make that decision at that point.
Yeah.
It's always made for you, which is a scary proposition when you really think about it.
Yes.
Because like when you're on a Brinksman cliff, the ground can just completely fall out from underneath you.
Yeah, just like going towards a cliff.
Yeah.
You think you're safe. You're like, I'm just going to look over the edge, and it's not structurally stable.
No.
That's it.
No. And there's no rope around you to like catch you or anything like that. It's not bungee. Like you see all those like TikTok things where it's just like, yeah, I'm going to fall off the cliff. And they're like bungee ropes. And I'm like, why would you do this?
I don't know. My life is adventurous enough. I'm good.
It's already adventurous being a black man in America.
It really is. Even more so in the Midwest.
It's too much. Yo, so what are you giving it?
I'm giving it a 2 because a 1 for me personally means that there was malice and malintent in what that person did.
No, yeah.
I don't think there's malintent in this.
I don't think there is. Honestly, what she's doing is what most people would do.
Yeah, they're looking for something to cope.
Yeah.
And it just happened to be her fiance's dad.
Yeah.
And that's not even the first time we've heard that before.
No. It's pretty common.
Yeah. It just happens to be there's a lot more trauma wrapped into it because the individual is, one, not only alive, but on the brink of death and something terrible happened. And there's like this other aspect of how bad should I feel and how long should I continue to feel bad?
Right.
And does that change the trajectory of my life forever?
I'll give you one more. She doesn't feel bad.
Well, not anymore.
No. She didn't feel bad at all. And so what she's feeling right now is feeling bad for not feeling bad.
But even in confession, that can still absolve that. I just need you to be sorry for not being sorry.
That's wild.
Yeah, dog. That's how good God's grace is.
Dang. That's good to know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think a lot of people know. I think it's like, yo, I got to be bad about this. Like, no. What you're saying is like, if you feel bad for not feeling bad about X, Y, and Z, that's enough to satisfy the absolution.
Because that tells me that, one, you understand that what you're doing is wrong. What I can't absolve and won't absolve with God's mercy is, yeah, I did X, Y, and Z. I know I did X, Y, and Z. After I leave this confessional, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z again. And I'm not sorry for it.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah, like, why are you here?
That's different. Yeah. Dang. But, there's a lot to unpack here.
Yeah.
It's a lot. We definitely can come back to this. We should do a segment just like on a lot of the topics that we just talked about.
Oh yeah, there's psychological implications. There's medical ethics implications. There's spiritual and pastoral implications.
Yeah,
there's a lot there.
Yeah. So let us know. Did we get it right? Did we get it wrong? CatholicNoble.org/follow the Father. CatholicNoble.org/F2F. Whew. But hear me out. You ready for the new segment?
Yeah, I hope so.
So these are questions. We kind of introed the segment in one of the closings. And basically, Catholic Noble Research Team did their 1-2 thing. They asked, yo, what do you want to know? And people said, listen. And these are people from all over the world. They said, listen, we got some questions that we want to know about the Catholic Church. We don't feel comfortable asking people in real life because just the nature of the questions. But we will ask the Father team, Dr. Gio, Father Greg. Just answer this, please. You listen and you don't judge.
I really don't judge.
So
for the most part.
Here you go. Here's the first question. When priests bless water, does it ever feel weird to drink it later? Like, wow, this is kind of holy of me.
I can tell this is from a different part of the world because in other cultures it's acceptable to drink holy water. But for the most part, the Catholic Church kind of frowns upon it, like it's for external blessing.
Well, what about like the water at Lourdes? Because like you could drink the water from Lourdes, and that's holy water.
Can I tell you a story?
Yeah, go
ahead. So born and raised in Florida, as you guys know, there are certain places that you go as a field trip that are staples, right? Kennedy Space Center is one of those places. Right. You get to go learn about space all day. One of those places is also St. Augustine for like the little kids.
Yeah.
Like 3rd and 4th grade.
Best place.
It really is. It's super fun. I still like St. Augustine to this day. And one of the places you'll go on a tour is where the Fountain of Youth is.
Oh, yeah.
It's not the real fountain. We know it's not the real fountain of youth, but it looks like a nice little grotto. It has a little spring bubbling up, and we're like, oh, the fountain of youth. And they say if you drink this, you know, you might live forever or slow aging. And all the kids are like, ooh. And so I drink it for the first time. Tell me why that water was so hard. Dog, that water was hard like the salty spittoon. That water was hard.
You actually drink it?
I actually drink it.
You're not supposed to.
But you're not supposed to really drink holy water either, my boy. and we have real lore behind the holy water. I can tell you why it's holy water. This is just a spring water of somebody who built this grotto for an attraction. We paid money. Like they're making money off this grotto to drink water.
I guess.
It is very similar. Like it's not the same thing because the holy water that is actually within the church has actually been blessed. It shouldn't be for consumption. It's supposed to be for outward blessing, like blessing of cars, blessing of people, blessing of animals, blessing of churches, blessing of individuals within particular vocations. You can use holy water for just about everything. And if you listen to our last podcast about different things for blessing, there's certain things that you probably shouldn't bless because you don't know what they're going to be used for.
Yeah.
But that's for a later date. If you're interested in what that looks like, go back to the other episodes.
Just literally go into one of the episodes. We've probably talked about it already. Mm-hmm. All right, so that's that question. All right, here's another one. Do angels ever get competitive about whose human is doing better?
No, they don't, because angels aren't human.
No, but it says in the Bible that angels are jealous of us.
Well, that was particularly Satan, right?
No. It says that angels are jealous of humans because we are made in the image and likeness of God. And then like within the teachings of the Catholic Church, like it's traditions, small t.
Yeah.
Within the Catholic Church. There's that understanding that angels are a distinct being separate from humanity. Mm-hmm. And so what that means, I have no idea what that means.
Fair enough.
And so like whether they have like a list of emotions attached, I have no idea.
Yeah, that's fair to say. Nobody really knows.
Yeah, but it does say like they're jealous. The jealousy thing is there, but I don't know if that means Because if it's jealous in the human sense of jealous, or like jealous in the perfected sense, like the only way that we could describe it is jealousy.
Yeah, I think that's more of that part.
Okay.
Because think about it from like the old perspective of the ancient Jews, who would say God is a jealous God. That's the way that they would describe him, for his want and desire to be our only God.
Yeah.
So that's how they would describe that. And so of an individual, of an angel that is not human, that does not have human emotions per se, not made in the image or likeness of God, to only base the emotion, whatever it is that they're feeling, on wanting to be close to God. And that's what makes an angel an angel. They're a distinct human. They're just not human. They're a distinct being outside of humanity that was created to be in service of God, to love God, and to be closer to him than just about anything that there is. But yet God still uses his love to be close to us. But we're not angels.
Yeah.
That's like the incredible miracle of God's love, that it is gratuitous, that it's not earned. There's nothing we can do to deserve that type of love. And there are beings that are higher than us that he still leaps over, loves them, but leaps over them to come down to us because we're made in his image and likeness. And in our smallness, he still loves and cares about what we're going through. So yes, there are still angels that will, there are still saints that will respond to us when we lose our car keys. Insane. Insane when you put everything into perspective.
That's wild, man.
Yeah.
That's wild. Okay, next question. When a priest says, "Peace be with you," what happens if you don't say it back? Also, sub-question. This is a follow-up question to this. If the priest says, "Peace be with you," and you say, "Nah, not with you,"
Ooh.
does that ruin the priest's ability to complete mass?
This sounds like someone had a very personal grudge against the priest. I wonder.
But that's a fair question. Like, the priest you're not like, "Peace be with you," like, "Not with you." You're like, are you seized up? All right, is the priest seized up? Is that the Uno reverse? Now mass is done for everybody.
As President Obama would say, "Don't get all wee-weed up." Don't get all wee-weed up.
Don't get all wee-weed up.
I told Michelle, don't get all wee-weed up. We're gonna get canceled. Like, Obama's gonna show up. Like, how are you gonna go ahead and tell me as a black man that you guys are gonna make fun of me?
It's like, dog. It's just. I don't even know what to say. Anyway, answer the question. Does mass start because you didn't say "peace be with you" back,
No.
or if you say "and not with you"?
As an individual who is up on that sanctuary every single day, mass does not stop because someone didn't respond to me. I'm dealing with that every single mass.
What would make mass stop? Like, what are the circumstances that would happen that would make mass like absolutely stop? Because I'll tell you this. I've seen a priest have a whole heart attack and mass hasn't stopped. So what does it take to make mass stop once it gets started?
It would take something extreme, like someone walking into the sanctuary as Eucharistic prayer is happening before I can confect the Eucharist. That makes mass stop, because now I have to make a decision. Yo, you're not supposed to be here. The only reason you have enough gusto to be here is probably because you're mentally ill. What are we doing? Are you here to harm me? Are you here because you're having an episode? I'll be patient with you, but if you're going to hurt me, then I have to defend myself. I got to put my hands up.
Can you imagine that?
I don't have to imagine. I've seen it like that with my own eyes, but this has been an issue in certain places. There was one time, this is a real story. There was one time I was assigned to the Basilica of St. Paul in Daytona Beach, Florida.
Oh,
yeah. And I was serving mass. Priest was over here, in the middle of the Eucharistic prayer. And there was a guy who comes in every now and again. You can tell that he has some issues, some form of disability, but hey, everyone's welcome. So he usually sits in the very front pew. For those of you who are Catholic, you know that no one sits in the very front pew. We're talking about the pew, not the first row. We're talking about the row before the first row that has like no kneeler in the front. No one ever sits there because it has no kneeler. If people like comfortability. So he sits in the very front pew. I said, okay, cool. He wants to be close. There's no problem with that. I'm off to the side, fully dressed in cassock and surplice. Buddy looks like he's muttering to himself. Okay, fine. It's low, so it's not distracting anybody. And then in the middle of the homily, he stands up. Like, it was a tense moment because everyone saw him walk in. It's a massive basilica. Everyone saw him walk in, like, towards the beginning of Mass, sit in the very front pew. People are looking at him. It's Florida. It's a wild place. So people are looking at him like, yo, hey, you cool? You good, my guy? They're looking at him. They're looking at the priest. They're looking at me. Priest looking at me. I'm looking at him like, listen, I don't know. Buddy stands up during the homily. My heart goes cold. Because I don't know what he's gonna do. I don't know what he's about. He could be standing up because he's going to the bathroom, but he's not. He's standing up and he's just standing there, just looking at the priest doing the homily. Priest is in front of the altar, so he's out in the open. If he wanted to go up those steps and rush this man, he could. And he's a couple steps closer to him than I am to him because it's a big sanctuary. And now I'm in this position where I'm thinking to myself, oh my gosh, am I gonna have to go out there and tackle this dude? Does he have a weapon? Is he dangerous? Does he have an intent to hurt someone?
Right.
And so now all these things are going through, like, and I have to. It's a difficult place to be. And I'm going to talk to just the men in this situation. Not to say anything against women, but men think about this a lot. Because if you're ever in a situation when you're in danger or someone that you care about is in danger, you have to deal with the real fact in a moment of indecision of, am I, respectfully and charitably to say it, am I that guy? In this moment, am I that guy?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you this for free. There's certain situations I'm not that guy.
Of course.
I'm just not that guy. I'm just going to be like, I'm out the door.
Absolutely. And there's being out the door does not make a person weak. That makes a person smart in situations.
Yeah.
Because you should be able to discern in a situation. It's hard to do, but you should be able to discern in a situation where this is something that if you can move away from it, then do it. It doesn't make you a tough guy immediately trying to fight everybody who comes at you. What makes you smart and what gives survival is understanding how to discern through a potentially dire situation.
Right.
And it takes discernment. And so in this moment, I'm looking at this guy and he's standing for like 3 minutes. People are getting uneasy. Like, so one of the usher ends up showing up like after like the 3rd minute. It's like, hey, how's it going? Like, can I help you? Is it okay if we ask you to sit down, or do you want to go somewhere? Do you need something? And I'm watching this entire thing. I got sweat running down the side of my face, dog. Like, yo, what are you about to do? And he kind of mumbled something off and he left. Like, he got out and he just left.
Wow. I
was like, oh my gosh. Wow. Oh, thank goodness. But now I'm thinking, like, is he going to come back? What's he going to come back with? Does he have something somewhere else? I don't really know.
That is terrifying, though.
It is terrifying. It's absolutely terrifying.
That's terrifying.
And people don't think about it from our perspective, but they think about it like, oh man, I hope everything's okay. But we have to think about all this extra stuff of if he's going to harm someone, do I step in the way? Does he have a weapon? Is he going to harm someone else? Like, and if he harms someone else, what is my role? Do I run out the back door? But if he's going to harm my congregation, should I go ahead and intervene? There's no right answer to that.
And there's nothing you can do either. Like, if you're a priest and someone comes in with the intent to harm your congregation, how much can you honestly do?
Not much.
There's not really much you can do. Like, you can talk no jutsu. Yeah. Maybe talk them down into like a situation where you're just like, yo, talk to me. Or like, hey, let everybody else go. I will stay here. Everybody else is gone out of the sanctuary. Maybe.
But you're not going to know to do that until you see active harm being done.
Right.
And that by that time, it's most of the time, it's too late.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like and for me, I feel like people underestimate how safe we are in the United States.
Yes.
Compared to like the rest of the world.
Yes.
So like,
if you have not left the country, you have no idea how much of a luxury the United States is when it comes to safety.
Yeah.
You don't have people with AK-47s walking down the street trying to keep the tourists safe. They don't really care much about you. Trying to keep the people who are entering
paying
the country.
Money.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're just trying to keep the economy going.
Yeah. They're like, hey, yo, we need this money. Like, yo, what are you doing? That's about it. But yeah, man, that's wild. All right. So one more question, then we'll end the segment. We just talked about something heavy. And then the next question, what's the Catholic equivalent of ghosting someone? And to be fair, do priests ghost people on a regular basis? Is that why they say, "Oh, I'll pray for you," and never pick up your phone call again?
Yeah. Dang. I feel seen. Listen.
Yo, hey, you heard it here first. If Father Greg looks at you and be like, "Wow, that's rough. I'll pray for you," and never picks up the call again. You've been ghosted. That's the intro. Welcome to the show, everybody.
Yo.
Answer the question.
All right. Listen, I'm not going to say that I make a habit of ghosting people because I wouldn't call it that. I would not call it ghosting. However, there are certain individuals who are asking for something that either I can't provide or they're asking for something that I can provide in charity, but it's not my job to provide, and I don't have the time to provide it to them all the time. Let me explain exactly what I mean. There are some individuals who will see a priest as what a priest actually is, someone who's been ordained by their local bishop, their local ordinary, through the Holy Spirit, as a person who is in persona Christi, and that's someone that should be respected. That's someone who can go ahead and be an avenue and a resource for not just the hierarchy of the church, but the spiritual specifics that allow for sacraments to exist within their life. There are other people who look at a priest as someone who is one other person that will listen to them and give them the time of day. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm happy that they have someone to go to, but there are some individuals who will take advantage of that, and they will use this person as, you will talk to me and you'll listen to me.
Right.
And if I know for a fact that you appreciate me and your priesthood, and I know for a fact that you want to go ahead and center yourself around listening to people, which I do. I like to be very generous with my time and be very intentional about it and actually listen to people because I know that matters. There will be some people who will look at that, and I don't say that they'll take advantage of it, but they know that you won't leave so readily. And if they know that you won't cut off the conversation, they'll keep going. Mm-hmm. And that's a really hard person to deal with because they know what they're doing. They know that they have your attention.
Right.
And there's a good chance that if they do that to you, it's because other people have cut them off before.
Right.
And they'll just keep on going. There was an individual who I knew years ago in another diocese, in another place, who every time that I saw him, every day for like 2 months, it was a 20-minute conversation.
Jeez.
And he spoke for most of all of it.
Jeez.
Every day for 2 months, 20 minutes. No matter where you were, what you were doing, if he saw you and your eyes locked, 20 minutes. Every single day. It was guaranteed.
It's like, yo.
It was a contract that I didn't know I signed.
Oh, it's guaranteed.
Guaranteed 20 minutes. And so I learned very quickly how to listen attentively and also not to take it personal. Because by like the first 2 weeks, I was getting mad when I started to see him. I'm like, oh my gosh, here he comes. All right, Greg, what are you here for? I'm here to become a priest. Okay, cool. Greg, what's more important in this moment? Your time or his? Honestly, sometimes it's mine. Listen, what is more important here? It's his, and if I can do something to help him get to heaven, that should be the most important thing at the time. Right. So what are we going to do? We're going to say hi to him. We're going to be nice. We're going to let him say exactly what he needs to say. And we're just going to rock with it. Good. Now go say hi to that man and let him talk to you for 20 minutes about nothing. Okay, fine. And I had to give myself a pep talk, dog.
That you have to. But you know what? That's the difference between me and you. I would have just been like, listen, I got to go. This is 2 minutes in. We're not talking about nothing. You good?
Yeah.
Your life is good? You won't hurt yourself? All right. No? Great. That makes my life better. And those were questions that you could ask us. Don't worry about it. We ain't gonna judge. We ain't gonna judge. These are good for us. These are fun, ain't it?
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right, so the Catholic Public Research Team did their 1-2 thing. They asked this question of Catholics all over the world. All over the world, not just the United States. They expanded it out. They went to our population bases in Sweden, in the UK, in Belgium, in Bulgaria.
We even asked the Anglicans.
In Mexico. We have a huge fan base in Mexico and Brazil, which is wild to me. And also India. Like India.
Yeah, no, we've known about India for a while.
Fan base. Southern India.
India was our biggest fan base from the very jump, and I don't understand it, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it too. So here's the question. These are Catholic, and the thing is, though, these are Catholic questions that they're like, I probably shouldn't be asking this, but since you're a priest, let's ask. Yeah, I mean, like, yo, Dr. Gio, chime in too. Give me your thoughts. But here's the questions that they have. So these are all questions that people have about the Catholic faith in general.
Sweet.
If God forgives everything, does he ever roll his eyes while he's doing it?
Well, I'll tell you this. I can't speak to every single thing that God does.
He has to have rolled his eyes at least once.
I personally think so.
He has to at least once.
I personally think, like, because
Judas? He didn't roll his eyes with Judas?
let's look at it this way. Let's look at it this way. You're a father too.
Yeah.
It's father to father, right?
Yeah.
And you love your children thoroughly.
Yeah.
In a way that they can't even really understand because you protect them from things that they can't see or understand.
Yeah.
There are times where your kid is enveloped in something that is happening in their life that is engulfing at that moment all of their senses, all their emotions, all their reality.
Yep.
And you love them outside of that catastrophe that you look at as, this is the dumbest thing that you could be crying about.
Yeah, like putting lotion into a bottle and then putting water in that bottle, shaking it up so that the lotion can be sprayed onto your skin to make it spreadable.
You can't even see it. Like, you can't see the face that I had. Like, my eyebrows went all the way up. Like, that is incredibly dumb. Yeah.
Because, and I quote, lotion is too hard and too thick to spread.
I already know which kid that was. just so you saying what happened before you said what the explanation was, I knew exactly what kid that was.
So let's put it in a bottle, spray it, and it makes it easier, and we could just do it on the go.
Lotion is on the go. You know what? I'm not gonna start because I'm gonna get mad if I go down to rationality.
Yeah. Well, you see, that's what I'm saying. So I mean, like, if we're doing it, God had to at least once.
Because I have this with adults, dude.
Yeah.
With adults.
Yeah, I can't imagine. I feel like adults are worse. At least with a kid, you know they're a child, and you're just like,
and they're just trying to get it right.
Yeah. With adults, you're just like, how? How did you get this far? Mm-hmm. All right, here's another question. At what point in adoration is too late to sneak out? Listen. If you wanted deep theological questions, I don't think these are this. These are just people asking, like, yo, this is what I'm thinking right now.
That's hilarious.
This is what I'm thinking right now.
That's really funny because I've had that same exact question at some point. Like, earlier on when I was learning how to be Catholic, they would do like the whole holy hour segment, right? Mm-hmm. And there'd be times I'm like, I came here for like 15 minutes and I didn't know we were doing like a whole holy hour with incense and music. I was just coming here to be with the Lord, and now I feel like I'm locked into a situation, and I wasn't looking for all that.
I can tell you exactly when you can sneak out, when it's too late to like pull out. It's too late when you start down in adoration falling.
Yes.
As soon as you start Tantum Ergo, Sacramentum, it's too late. You have to finish it from there.
Yep. But at least stay for the song.
Anytime after that, anytime before that,
you're Gucci.
You can leave before that. If you hear the bells and they start you can leave right after, like right before they like walk down the aisle. Because as soon as they walk down the aisle, you have committed to whatever comes after that.
Yes.
But before that, you Gucci.
Mm-hmm. Yo, just exit the pew quietly. Genuflect for a longer time than you usually would.
Yeah,
and then excuse yourself looking down.
Yeah, make it look like, you know, my knee. Okay, that was enough. Get up, bless yourself, leave. Side, don't even go down the main door. Go down the side door. Don't make a big scene out of it either.
Exactly.
Also, don't be that person that decided the world revolves around me, so they start down and this has happened before. You know I don't go to adoration that much.
Yeah, that's true.
I just don't, because it's not part of my spirituality. It isn't. Is it good for some people? Yes. It's wonderful for some people. But for me, it's not part of my spirituality. I'm more Franciscan with it. What does that mean? What?
You know what?
You don't know what a Franciscan is?
No, I don't know what a Franciscan. What does that mean? I'm more Franciscan.
Like you like to be broke? Like what does that mean? No. It's not like that. It's like if you're like more Ignatius, then you're going to spend more time in adoration. You're going to spend more time reflecting. You're going to spend more time like debriefing in your day, right? I enjoy the Ignatius end of day debrief. I do that every day.
The examine. The examine.
Yeah, I do that. But Franciscan is more like in the things that you do each and every day, you're more active. So like prayer comes through the actions that you do. So you spend time with people and you're interacting with people and you're giving of yourself through the interaction rather than you're sitting in adoration and you're doing that. It's not to say that adoration is not important, but it is to say that you're more engaged in the community setting.
Fair enough. I mean, that makes sense for your occupation as a counselor. Like that's a way that you can tangibly be it not just readily available to individuals, but to give of yourself within that conversation.
Right. And like, I don't have clients anymore. Like I'm not an active like counselor in the sense like I have clients anymore because now it's more of like professor.
Yeah.
And so like I'm a psychology professor and like I do more consulting and all that stuff. So that's kind of nice. But even in that case where I'm still interacting with people, like that is where I can find my grace and say like, okay, well, this is where I can show God's love to other people in that sense. Like to me, that's more fulfilling than it is to sit in adoration. Like 15 minutes, I'm like, I understand silence. I enjoy silence, but I'm silent a majority of the day anyways.
Fair enough.
So I don't have lots of time where I'm constantly talking or my brain is like whatever. It's like because I'm quiet all the time anyways. And so by the time I get to adoration, I'm like, I don't have to spend another hour being quiet when I've spent all day being quiet listening to other people's stuff.
Fair enough. I'm the exact opposite.
I know.
Like I go into quiet and what I figure out what God has whispered to me in the quiet, I bring out to other people either through word, deed, or action. And that's just kind of how I operate spiritually. Yeah.
So I, like that's what I mean. Like, so when I say it's not part of my spirituality, it just isn't part of my spirituality. It's not part of my charism. And that's the beautiful thing about the Catholic Church is that we have so many different things that are available to us in terms of tools that you could pick and choose whatever you want. So, but what I was saying was I went to adoration. Like I still go. And occasionally there's one adoration I went to. I was in the middle of nowhere, church. I looked up online. This church had adoration. I'm like, cool, because I need to clear my head. Like, too much stuff was going on. I wanted to clear my head. Went to the church, and then they started. Tantum ergo sacramentum. Organ playing. Beautiful. You felt it in your soul. Full thuribles were going, and I was like, I was surprised for the location I was at. I was thoroughly surprised, but it was exactly what I needed. What was so jarring and what threw me was in the middle, this lady just shot up, looked at her watch, and then like genuflect in the main aisle while they're coming down. So you had like 6 altar servers with the cross and the candles and the thurible going in full effect. She genuflects and then turns around and looks, and now she's caught in the middle of the aisle. And she doesn't know. And she starts walking down the aisle and then realizes I can't maneuver around it. And then walks up the aisle.
There's got to be a side aisle. Just go down the side aisle. Like what was difficult?
She walks up the aisle, goes to the altar, genuflects in front of the altar, and then walks up the altar. goes to the back sacristy door apparently, and then like goes to the back of the church or something like that.
Oh
and,
my gosh.
And then leaves because in the window I see her like finally get out of the church and then walk all the way around to her car.
I guarantee you this, she couldn't hear. Like, she probably had like a hearing aid or something.
Oh yeah.
And so she didn't hear the move. She felt the movement. She didn't hear the music.
Oh yeah.
So when she genuflected, she turned like, oh, people are just shifting right now.
Right.
And then she looked, and the face of our Lord is there. And she's like,
She's like, what do I do? What do I do? When I sit here and tell you, she's like, what? Huh? What?
throw it in reverse, Terry. Throw it in reverse. That's what you do.
She went to the altar. She just genuflects in front of the altar. And she goes, okay, now what? And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, just go down the side. There's 2 exit doors. Just pick one. She panics, goes up the altar, goes around. Meanwhile, the priest is just standing there like, what? Because at one point, it really looked like she was about to touch the monstrance. And he was just like, I don't know what's going on. And she just like, she stops, looking at the monstrance. No, that's not what I should be doing. So yeah, just leave before the song starts. All right. One more question. Do saints get notifications when we ask for their intercession, or is it just like read off of a script or a receipt?
These questions are bomb. I like this. I don't know. Like, but look at it this way. Like, if a saint is connected in heaven to our Lord and they're in absolute and daily communion with God, that means that, yeah, I guess in a way you would get a form of notification. It may not come on a way of a cell phone, but they can hear our prayers, and they're there praying for us, going through life with us. They're our number one advocates.
Yeah. You would have to think, though, certain saints like St. Anthony is pissed.
Because like, I don't think the saints are going to be petty in heaven.
No, but he has to be pissed. He's like, keys again? Keys again? Or like he gets a notification like, nah, not this one. No, you shouldn't even be playing with that in the first place. No, I reject this. No, I'm not helping you find that.
Can you help me find my rock for my seance? My colorful shiny rocks. I have a purple one I'm missing.
Absolutely not. You know what? Let's break the table. The table breaks. Oh, it's a sign. No, it's a sign for you to stop. Oh, let's get out of here. That's it for us. For all of us here at Catholic Notebook and Spirit Stream Studios, we love you. You're very special.
Go forth and bear good fruit.
We out.